Hello, everyone, and welcome back to an episode of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Um, as always, what are we doing? Excuse me, it's been a while since I've played this. So we have the Iron Boots, we have the Power Bracelet, right? Oh, what's happening here? Excuse me, my Joy Cons are drifting. I don't think we've awakened the sages yet. Do we have both melodies? We have the Song of Passing, the Earth God's lyric, um, command melody, but not the wind melody yet. The wind god's aria. Excuse me. So let's go check that out, just so that we have all the songs that we need. We're doing some stuff for like the wind and earth temple together, like getting the iron boots and power bracelet. It just makes more sense to do it that way. The I could be totally tripping. Am I going to see the right sage? I actually should have checked that before. What song do I already have? Let me check that in a second. I suddenly feel foolish. Excuse me. I'm just making assumptions about what song I need next, and I suddenly realize that I could be making uninformed decisions. So, excuse me. I have the Earth God's lyric, which means I need the Wind Temple song, which is to the north. So I think I'm chilling. I think. Well, I mean, we'll find out in a second. That's so funny. I'm so excited to play this game, though. I mean, it's been just a while since I've recorded an episode for this, and I kind of appreciate that like I can keep coming back to it after time. And I know like maybe you can watch these episodes back to back to back, but in between there's time for me to like do other things and be busy, and I can come back to it, and it's very comfortable. And I don't know. I know that this game is nostalgic for so many people, and I love that we can kind of share these memories together as I play this game. And it's something that I'm just reminded of. This game is more than 20 years old now, but in some ways hasn't aged a day. It's still as beautiful as it always was, and it's still the game that I fell in love with after all this time, which I just think is so cool. And I don't know, like I think I've been talking a lot on the channel, comparing it to some of the newer Zelda games, comparing it to Tears of the Kingdom, which came out last year, which in so many ways does new things that the Zelda series has never done before and is totally unlike Wind Waker, and in other ways is totally true to the spirit of the franchise and totally replicates what I love about Wind Waker and exists in a new game as well. I mean, I totally felt that when I played Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I felt like they were made by people that loved the Zelda games that I loved, that loved Wind Waker as well. And there's so much evidence of that. And I don't know, just like I felt really aware of that. And even though there are differences and there's things that I think Wind Waker still does better here and there, there's things where like I want new Zelda designers to appreciate the old formula in places. Like I don't think they've perfectly struck the balance yet, but I'm so glad that the series continues to innovate. And I think that balance of innovation and tradition, it's hard to strike sometimes. And I think the Zelda series thematically has dealt with that as well, right? Like Wind Waker is a game about trying to put the past behind you, and we're not in Hyrule anymore. But also, we are still in Hyrule. It's just different. It's flooded. Ganondorf is still the villain. It still has the same quest structure as Ocarina of Time, even though visually it's so different from Ocarina of Time. It has its own personality, and the music's different. The art style's different. But when it comes down to it, Wind Waker has very similar controls, and the combat system is very similar to Ocarina of Time. And there's so many things that, it feels like a perfect progression of that. So I think it's interesting, just like the relationship between tradition and innovation in the Zelda series. And I think they're always kind of navigating that balance and how much changes while how much stays the same. And I think that it's a really interesting kind of artistic problem to figure that out. And I think they're always getting feedback about, are there things that feel, like what rubs fans the wrong way, and what do critics like, and what do they want the series to go back to? And I don't know, I'm sure that it's frustrating and maybe confusing for the developers, but that is, I think, part of working on those games, I'm sure, is just figuring out, trying to get a read on their own expectations of what they want to move forward with and go back to. But I mean, this game's story, right, is about interacting with the past as well. So it's very literally like the developers have a story about Ocarina of Time's world, and it appears as ghosts within Wind Waker. I love that. I mean, here's Fado, right? A ghost of a sage. I am Fado of the Kokiri tribe. I know I appear to you as a child, but the eyes can oft deceive. I am a most esteemed sage. I love that. I had been praying here so that the power to repel evil would continue to be contained within the blade of the Master Sword. But I was attacked by the evil Ganondorf, and this is what happened to me. Man, you wish to return the power to your blade, don't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. I really do. Yup. In that case, look for the one who has the same instrument that I hold, and teach him the song you just played. Once you do, I'm certain that the holder of the instrument will feel the blood of the sages awaken within his veins. That Wind Waker you hold was used long ago to conduct us sages when we played our song to call upon the gods. In those days, it was always the king who conducted for us. Please, tell the king that I will still play, even in the next world. That's great. That's great. I mean, I just love, I love Wind Waker's relationship with history, with Hyrule's history, with the developer's history with Ocarina of Time. Like, some of it's kind of on the nose, and you can tell that they're working through their own feelings about the history of the Zelda franchise. But also, like, it's not just like about the Zelda franchise. You know, it's about our own world and how, like, the relationship between different times and you know, how generations can seem so different and yet still be so connected. And I love that. I love this theme of generations. I just think that that's cool. And I love that Wind Waker gets into it and tackles that stuff because it's heavy stuff. And thinking about these bloodlines and your relationship with your fate and your destiny, and is it right to try to step into the shoes of your family or do something new, and what does it mean to do both, right? I think that that's a really interesting question, to pave a new path while understanding tradition. And sometimes it's not one or the other, right? Sometimes you are doing both, right? You're not abandoning the past, but you're also not living in it, right? And I don't know, like, I think that that's interesting, and that's part of like the take that I've garnered from the Zelda series and the way that it approaches its relationship to the past. Let's see how this guy's doing. Listen, man, you're not one of the native islanders, are you? Oh, yeah? My problem is I just have no idea how I'm supposed to get up there, and I have a job interview. Yeah? My problem is, yeah, okay. I mean, sorry that you're struggling with that. I hope that, you know, maybe it's that easy to just get up, huh? Oh, shoot. Man, I gotta look where I'm pointing my joystick. Excuse me. Let's see what the mailbox has to say. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Good morning. Letters for Joe. We have 3 letters.
Oh, yeah? What kind of letters do you have? Oh, yeah? How are you doing, Joe?
How are you doing, Joe? Do you have enough of Granny's soup? Where are you now? You may be closer than I suspect. Are you hungry? Are you keeping warm? You haven't injured yourself, have you? You always work so hard, Joe. Do you have enough rupees? Your grandma doesn't have a lot, but I'm sending you everything I've saved up. As long as I have you and Ariel, I don't need anything else. I just want the 2 of you to return home safely. Love, Grandma.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. Oh, thanks for the 20 rubies. That is too sweet.
Here's your letter.
Oh, cash on delivery. Postage due is 201 rubies. Well, thanks, Grandma, for helping make that possible. That's life, baby. To the esteemed Mr. Fairy Person, thank you very much for your purchase. Enclosed is an incredible chart. This chart will show you where you can find the Triforce charts. I want you to use it to find lots of them. They are my favorite kind of charts. And also, sir, have you been checking your Tingle chart? All right. I'll get to that. No, the incredible chart changes everything. I know it's funny, right? Because a lot of people complain about the Triforce quest. But, like, if you follow your incredible chart, you know, which you can get for 201 rubies, it's not that hard to at least figure out where you need to go. I get that maybe it's just a break in momentum. I love this letter, too, from Ariel. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But if y'all want to pause the video and read through it, it's really cute and great. And I don't know, it just reminds me that, like, I wish that, like, you got to, like, see Ariel as an NPC after you saved her. And it's kind of tough that you don't get to, like, interact with her, right? Like, she's not on outset, right? For the rest of the game. Like, you're just told that she's safe or traveling back with the pirates, but, you know, you don't really know when she's coming home. And the pirates also aren't in the overworld or anything, right? alas, I don't know. That's the one thing that just kind of feels like, oh, I love too how like you can see the sky behind these like kind of windows up there. That's really cool. I don't know if I've ever really paid attention to that before. Um, Usually I'm not stopping to look up, right? But that's just so cool to see the clouds like, out there. I don't know. Wind Waker's sense of immersion is just great. Oh, is it time? I mean, we just lost 201 rubies. You want to see if we can make some more?
Well, now I've not seen your young face before. No, don't believe so. You wouldn't be here in response to our posting for some part-time help now, would you? Of course.
Of course. Max the seal in the envelope. All right, y'all are about to see a master. Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready? All right, we're doing it. Up. All right, up. Same. Oh, I'm a failure. I'm a failure. Okay, here we go. Okay, middle. Left. No, middle. I tried. I'm trying so hard. Middle top. Right. How are we supposed to get 20? Oh, there's no hope for Joe. I'll never get it. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it in time. I'm just not good enough. I got 20. Is that good enough? 20 letters. Great. Good. Terrific. You pass. Okay, you get 1 ruby for every 2 letters. That comes to a grand total of 10 rubies. Come on, man. Come back anytime. You're only going to give me 10 rubies? Come on, man. Hey, you ready for work? Yeah, how many do I need this time? Yeah. If you can get 20 or more letters. All right, let's do 20 or more. I can do that. Okay, I'll do better this time. I'm going to do so much better. Y'all aren't even ready. Y'all aren't even ready for how much better I'm going to do. Oh, I'm locked in. I'm in focus mode right now. I'm totally locked in. I'm going to get so many letters. You don't pretend you didn't see what you just saw. Okay, middle down. Middle. Let's see. I'm running out of time. Is it going to work? I have 3 in a row, but that's not going to save me enough time. No, I'm over 20. I'm doing it. Excuse me. Holy crap. Oh, that's 21 letters. That's it. All right. That's 21 rubies. I mean, I'm making money back. All right, let's do it again. All right. I'm addicted to the rush, the thrill. Yeah, give me the work. 25 letters or more. All right, I'll see what I can do. I'm not ready. Okay, top right. No. I'm missing it. Already. I'm never going to get it in time. Okay, here we go. Locked in. Totally focused. I'm totally going to get it. Oh, yeah. No, tingle. No, is that pawn? Yeah, I don't know which one. Okay, so I actually only got 16 letters, so I think that's a sign. I think I'm walking away from it. I'm taking it as a sign. Let's get out of here. I did my best, but that's all I can do is my best. So, how about it? Let's get out of here. Yeah. I'm not working for the postman anymore. I tried. I did. I did my best. Let's just go find Medley. Maybe that'll cheer me up. I do love this part of the game. Like, I mean, especially just this cutscene coming up, because this is where so many of those ideas that I've been kind of talking about this episode kind of come to fruition in this moment, and you can see plainly, like, I don't know. I'm just going to let it speak for itself. I'm not going to try to explain it. Oh, Joe, you're okay. Prince Kamali's been asking me all about your adventures. I can rest easy now that I've seen you safe and sound with my own eyes. Prince Kamali is turning into a fine young adult, hasn't he? Recently, he's even begun doing things on his own without my guidance. Every conversation still ends up centered on you, though, Joe. Watching Prince Kamali grow up fills me with pride, but it makes me a little sad as well. I wonder if this is how a mother feels. Oh, but just listen to me go on. How weird I must sound. Well, I'd better continue practicing so that I can be useful around here, too. Performing music like this is an important duty of an attendant. All right? How about I play some music for you? Hey, is that the Wind Waker? Joe, will you conduct me? I wonder how I'll do. It's down verse, right? Ooh, ooh. That's it, right? Do. Come on, if I play it right. Do. Ooh, do, do, do. That's it, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm like, I know how the song goes, right? Right? Nice. Yeah, and then you play the music, and it's through music that she has this spiritual revelation. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's so many things to unpack just with that, but what a mysterious song. It sounds so familiar. It's almost as if something I've forgotten is trying to be remembered. Oh, yeah? Oh, I feel... And then, suddenly, cut to black. She awakens in a trance and sees the spirit of her ancestor, inspired by this music. Like, that's great. That's great that music has that connection and that it is her ancestor, right? It is through the playing of this music that she is connected to the divine, right? And then the song, man, right? And it's like she has a duty to fulfill in the modern day. She's not trying to live in the past, but yet, because of the mistakes of the past, you have to look to the past to fix those mistakes. So, I don't know. There's so much to unpack there, but just as they play music together, like who knows? Maybe they were centuries apart. Who knows how long? Who knows how long ago Naruto lived? But here they are, all these years later, and you know, even being separate species, the power of music, you know, pervades. What am I trying to say? Like that persists. And that's enough for the spirit of Naruto to still be able to communicate to Medley all these years and, you know, all these years later, even given everything else. I don't know. I think it's powerful. I don't know if I articulated it well, but I think it's cool. I love this game. I love this. That's all I can say. And then here she is awake again. That's the power of the Triforce. You know, that's the power of the, you know, of the gods themselves speaking to her, right? That's the power of the divine. Motivated through music. I love that. I love that. There's something that I must do. Joe, thanks to you, I've been awakened to the knowledge that I'm a sage of the Earth Temple. I love that. There's actually something that I can do to help this world. It's incredible. Yeah, that feeling of purpose. I bet my teacher knew all about this. Joe, please, you must take me to the Earth Temple. We must hurry and wake the power to repel evil that sleeps within the Master's sword. Yeah, that's powerful stuff. Man, just as she was seeing how strong Kamali was becoming, she has to leave him. That's tough. Let's go now, quickly and quietly. Man. Oh, Kamali, I just want him to remember me as a simple attendant. Yeah, by the time he gets there, they're gone. Man, that's all I can say. Yeah, man. I don't know. I love this game. It gets into heavy stuff, right? Like, it's not just because it's cartoonish doesn't mean that it can't get into all of those deep themes, and I love that. But I do think that's about all the time that we have for today. So we will do more in the next video. But until then, I'll let you go. As always, you can support me as a creator by becoming a member on Patreon. There you'll get access to all kinds of exclusive behind-the-scenes content like in-progress outlines, scripts, storyboards, rough cuts, and even soundtracks for my newest films. By becoming a member, you'll also be thanked in the credits for any film I finish during your membership. You can also support me by streaming my music. I compose all of the scores for my own short films, and you can listen to those soundtracks on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you listen to music. Just look up Joe Kendrick. That's JoeKendrick. Y'all have a wonderful day, and without further ado, I'll let you go.